Hello everyone, welcome to my channel B&B CBS Gossip 24. Chief Baker confirmed Luna is dead, Lee was appalled by Poppy's callousness, and Will and Electra had a fresh start. At Bill's, he and Katie are processing Luna being hit by a car and dying. They barely slept. Bill Katie worry about how Will is processing. He keeps getting online notifications about Luna's stories. They talk about how their son will have to move on from losing his child. Katie says that Luna got everything she deserved. Katie tells Bill Luna got what deserved. The press keep calling his office to ask questions about all that's happened. He beats himself up for letting Luna loose. Katie tells him he needs to let this go. He agrees. In this very moment, Dollar Bill is back in business, he declares. Bill says Dollar Bill back. Electra and Will shower outside the beach house after their swim. They sit and listen to the traffic and seagulls. Will Electra shower off? He gets a notification about the latest posts and stories on Luna. Electra says she's living on in infamy. Will tells her that Luna was so detached from reality she still thought they could be together. Will talks social media. She knows he knows but she's here for him. They kiss. Katie calls with Bill to check in on him. He tells them Electra has been his rock. His mom offers to get him a therapist but he thinks he'll be okay. Will and Electra talk Luna detached. They go inside for yogurt and berries and he recaps all the damage Luna has caused. He didn't want to spend the day looking at social media. Electra and Will talk Luna. They wonder who the driver who ran down Luna was. Suddenly, someone claiming to be the person who ran down Luna texts her. Electra texts about Luna. Back at Bill's, he tells Katie their son is strong and they will make sure he's alright. Bill and Katie says Will be okay. At Eric's, he and the family talk about Luna being dead and the media frenzy around it. Carter is sure that losing the baby is hard on everyone. Donna Eric talk Luna gone. Rich feels bad for Finn, but he's glad Luna is gone. At least Steffi don't have to look over her shoulder now. Brooke talks about how impacted everyone has been. Rich says that won't happen anymore. Rich Brooke relieved Luna gone. They keep getting text notifications and talk about how they continue getting more and more sensational. Carter says the press have been calling and asking all about Luna's role in the company. Their PR team usually handles this but Katie is on leave so he called in some reinforcements. Carter wonders how this happened. Carter brings Robin into the Forrester office and announces she will be taking over the PR. Her team is the go-to for crisis management. Eric meets PR lady. They are determined to change the narrative and keep the spotlight on fashion. Katie shows up and tells them what a difficult time it has been. She's sure there is damage control they need to do. Robin PR lady. They explain they have hired a firm to deal with that. Katie drops by office. When Katie is left with her sisters, they talk to her about coping. Her sisters promise she can count on them. Katie says it has been a hard chapter and their lives will never be the same. She's so grateful for her sisters. Electra is baffled when the driver who ran down Luna contacts her. The message. Electra pacing the cliffside studio was nothing new. She'd been restless for days. Will was distracted, Bill was furious, and the entire Forrester and Spencer families were walking around waiting for the sky to fall. But this was different. Her phone buzzed. Unknown number. No profile photo. Just one message. You don't know me. But you should. I'm the one who hit Luna. Electra froze mid-step, her breath catching in her throat. Then another message. Don't tell Will. Don't tell Bill. You and I need to speak, alone. She almost dropped the phone. Electra panics. Electra's hands shook as she read the message a third time. Was this a joke? A scam? A threat? No, this felt deliberate. Calculated. The wording was too clean, too pointed. She glanced toward the ocean, the same coastline where Luna's accident happened. The waves hit the rocks with dull, rhythmic crashes, sounding less like water and more like a heartbeat. Will appeared in the doorway. Will. You okay? You look like you saw a ghost. Electra's thumb hovered over the screen. She swallowed hard. Electra. I'm fine. Just work stuff. But Will wasn't convinced. Will. You don't have to hide things from me. Electra forced a smile. Electra. Some things I do. He moved toward her, but her phone buzzed again. Will froze. Will. Who's that? Electra's heart thudded. Electra. Nobody. She turned away. Will frowned but didn't push. He left the room, concerned, confused. Electra waited until she heard his steps fade down the hall before checking the new message. Meet me tonight. 9 p.m. The footbridge behind Spencer Towers. Her stomach flipped. Another line appeared. Bring the bracelet. Electra gasped. The bracelet. Luna's bracelet, the one Hannah dropped from the cliff. Nobody except Bill, Will, and the police knew it existed. Doubt sets in. Electra began pacing again. Why her? Why contact her instead of Will or Bill? Unless this wasn't a confession. Unless it was a trap. She sat on the edge of the sofa, face in her hands. Electra, whispering. What do you want from me? Her phone vibrated again. A picture message this time. Electra blinked, confused. It was a shot of Luna, from behind, the night she disappeared. The clothing matched. The location matched. The angle matched. Whoever had this picture. They were there. A final message. You want Luna alive as much as they do. Come alone, or she dies. Electra's blood went cold. The decision. She didn't hesitate. Didn't call police. Didn't tell Will. Her heart hammered with fear, guilt, and adrenaline. She grabbed her coat. Grabbed her keys. The bracelet was in Bill's safe, but she knew the code. Bill trusted her. She shouldn't betray that trust, but Luna's life was hanging by a thread. Electra whispered to herself. I'm doing this for her. Whoever you are. I'll find out. She headed for the door. As she stepped outside, she didn't notice the shadow watching her from across the street. Or the woman standing beside him. Hannah. Her eyes locked onto Electra with cold, fascinated intensity. She whispered to the man beside her. Hannah. She took the bait. A male voice replied. Man. Good. Tonight, everything changes. Hannah smirked, satisfied. Hannah. Electra is the first piece. Then Will. Then Luna. Her expression hardened, hateful. Hannah. I'll take back the life I never got. Electra walks into danger. Hannah watches. The real driver's identity is seconds from exposure. And the biggest question remains. Is the driver working with Hannah, or is Hannah working for him? The footbridge meeting. Electra faces the driver. Electra arrives alone. Her coat is pulled tight around her, hair whipping in the breeze as she steps onto the bridge. Each wooden board groans beneath her feet. She clutches Luna's bracelet in her fist. Her voice trembles as she whispers into the darkness. Electra. I'm here. You wanted me, I came. Now show yourself. Silence answers. Then footsteps. Slow. Heavy. Approaching. Electra's breath catches. Something moves at the far end of the bridge, a dark shape leaning on the banister. A man. Man. You came alone. Good. That tells me you're smarter than they think. Electra takes a step back. Electra. Who are you? He steps into a slice of moonlight. Not a stranger. Not a vagrant. A man in a prison transport uniform, the kind used for inmate relocation. Electra gasps. Electra. You're one of the guards. He nods once, slowly. Man. The only guard who didn't look the other way. The only one who did what needed to be done. Electra's heart pounds. Electra. You're the one who hit Luna. A beat of silence. He smiles, not warm, not proud, but resigned. Man. Someone had to stop her. The truth begins to spill. Electra's pulse races. Electra. She was running for her life. How could you? The man raises a hand calmly. Man. Luna wasn't running from the police. She was running toward something. Someone. Electra shakes her head. Electra. No. She was scared. She was drugged. She was. Man. Being guided. Electra freezes. Electra. Guided? By who? He takes another step closer, the bridge groaning beneath him. His voice drops, ominous. Man. By her sister. Electra's eyes widen. Electra. Hannah? He laughs softly. Man. Oh, you know her name. Good. She'll like that. Electra glances around, Suddenly hyper-aware she's trapped on a bridge above a 20-foot drop. Electra. If you're working with Hannah, why come to me? The man's expression changes, from calm to bitter. Man. I'm not working with Hannah. I'm trying to control her. Electra steps backward. Electra. Control her. His voice trembles with frustration. Man. She's brilliant. Methodical. But she's unraveling. She's not listening anymore. A chilling realization hits Electra. This man wasn't confessing because of guilt. He was confiding because he was terrified of Hannah. The driver reveals himself. The man steps fully into the moonlight now. And Electra recognizes him. Her stomach drops. Electra. Tobias. Tobias Rowe, the former EMT turned prison contractor, the man who vanished right after Luna's accident. He tilts his head, amused by her horror. Tobias. Good. I was hoping you'd know who I am. Electra's voice cracks. Electra. You were supposed to protect inmates, not hunt them down. Tobias's jaw clenches. Tobias. Luna was never an inmate to me. She was an assignment. A target. A key. Electra steps back again, gripping the railing. Electra. A key to what? Tobias smiles, too calmly. Tobias. To Hannah's loyalty. Hannah doesn't trust easily. She needed proof I was on her side. Luna provided that proof. Electra covers her mouth, horrified. Electra. You hit her. Because Hannah asked you to. Tobias doesn't deny it. Tobias. I hit her because Hannah needed Luna removed. And because Luna needed to learn something important. Electra trembles. Electra. Learn what? Tobias leans in close, whispering. Tobias. That Hannah always wins. Electra feels sick. Electra. Where is she? Where's Luna now? Tobias's expression darkens. Tobias. That depends. Electra's voice shakes. Electra. Depends on what? He raises his hand, and reveals a phone. On the screen is a picture. Of Luna. Tied to a medical stretcher. Eyes half open. Tears drying on her cheeks. Electra lets out a strangled cry. Electra. Oh my God. Luna. Tobias pockets the phone again. Tobias. Hannah wants a meeting. She chose you. Electra reels. Electra. Why me? Tobias steps closer. Too close. His voice is low. Deadly. Tobias. Because Luna trusts you. And Hannah wants to destroy every person Luna has ever trusted. Electra's knees nearly buckle. The power shift. Electra forces herself to stand tall. Electra. I'm not helping you. I'm not helping Hannah. I'm not going anywhere. Tobias sighs. Not angry, disappointed. Tobias. That's unfortunate. Electra tenses. Electra. What does that mean? His eyes darken. Tobias. It means Hannah was right. Emotions make you weak. Electra takes a defensive step back. Electra. Stay away from me. He takes a step forward. Tobias. I need you to come with me. Now. Before anyone else shows up. Electra's hands grip the railing behind her. Her voice is a whisper of fear. Electra. You're not taking me anywhere. Tobias reaches out. But a flashlight beam suddenly sweeps across the bridge. A voice bellows. Bill. Step away from her. Electra gasps with relief. Tobias snarls. Bill and will sprint onto the bridge, weapons drawn. Tobias doesn't run. He simply backs away into the shadows at the far end. Tobias. The meeting is set. Tell Electra to come alone. Or Luna dies. Then. He drops something on the boards. A small, folded piece of paper. And disappears into the night. Will grabs Electra as she collapses. Bill snatches the paper. His face goes pale as he reads it. Bill. God help us. It's the location of Hannah's bunker. Electra trembles violently. Electra. She's alive. Luna's alive. Bill's jaw sets. Bill. And we bring her home. Tonight. Bill and Will invade the bunker. Tobias makes his move. Bill, Will, and Electra stand under the footbridge, wind whipping around them as the paper Tobias dropped is pinned between Bill's fingers. A crude hand-drawn map. A marker. A time. 11:45 p.m. Just over an hour from now. Will can barely breathe. Will. We go now. We don't wait. We don't call the police. We don't. Bill grabs his son's shoulders. Bill. Will, listen to me. This isn't like chasing someone down the beach. He's armed. He's trained. And he's desperate. Electra's voice shakes. Electra. And he's working for Hannah. Or terrified of her. Either way, Luna's running out of time. Bill's jaw tightens. That settles it. Bill. We go. But we go smart. Will nods, eyes burning with fear and guilt. Electra trembles beside them. Bill finally says what all three are thinking. Bill. If Tobias is expecting Electra, then Will and I go first. Electra swallows hard. Electra. What if that's what he wants? Bill looks toward the cliffs where the bunker lies hidden. Bill. Let him want. Tonight, we end this. Lightning flashes. The hunt begins. Medium White Star Act 2, the bunker in the cliffs. They move in silence up the narrow cliffside path. The bunker entrance is exactly where the map said it would be, carved into the stone, half hidden behind dead vines, impossible to spot unless you knew where to look. Will points with trembling fingers. Will. That's where we heard her last time. Bill presses his ear to the metal door. Nothing. No voices. No scraping. No breathing. Too quiet. Electra steps forward, whisper quiet. Electra. Tobias wants us inside. That means he's already waiting. Bill draws in a breath. Bill. All the more reason to be ready. Will clenches his fists. Will. Dad, what if she's hurt worse than we thought? Bill's voice nearly breaks. Bill. Then we carry her out. Whatever it takes. He begins inspecting the lock. The keypad blinks red, a heavy steel mechanism, reinforced. Impossible to break manually. Will tries anyway, slamming his shoulder against it. Bill. Stop. You'll injure yourself. Will shakes him off. Will. I don't care. Electra grips Will's arm. Electra. Will. Listen. If that's the only entrance, there must be another way. Bill freezes. And then he sees it. Metal scratch marks on the rock floor. Rust flakes. A faint smell of oil. A second entrance. A hatch. Half buried in the dirt beside the cliff wall. Bill. There. Will rushes to help dig it out. They uncover a square metal hatch with a manual lever. Bill pulls. It screeches open. A ladder descends into darkness. The hatch slams shut behind them once all three are inside. Electra gasps. Electra. Was that the window? Bill shakes his head. Bill. No. That was locked. Will whispers. Will. He's here. Medium White Star Act 3, the bowels of the bunker. The bunker is a maze. Cinder block walls. Fluorescent lights flickering overhead. Barely ventilated air thick with chemicals and damp concrete. Bill leads, Will at his side, Electra behind them. They reach a narrow corridor. At the far end, a soft, rhythmic beeping. A medical monitor. Will bolts toward it. Bill. Will. Don't. Too late. He turns into a room. And finds an empty bed. Torn restraints. A still warm blanket. Electra covers her mouth. Electra. She was here. On the wall, written in Luna's shaky handwriting. Help me. He moved me again. Will clenches the sheet in his hands. Will. Dad, she's alive. She's still alive. Bill swallows the ache in his chest. Bill. Then we find her. They keep moving deeper. But they are not alone. A faint echo follows them. Someone walking in perfect step. Left. Right. Left. Matching their pace exactly. Will freezes. Will. Dad. Someone's behind us. Bill turns slowly. Nobody. A whisper echoes from the dark. Tobias, in the shadows. Welcome to my home, Spencer. Electra grabs Bill's arm. Electra. He's watching us. Tobias's voice moves, first on the left wall, then the right, then above them. A speaker system. Tobias. You made exceptionally good time. I'm impressed. Bill snarls. Bill. Show yourself, coward. Tobias. Not yet. Lights shut off. Pitch black. Electra screams as someone brushes past her. Will swings blindly. Bill grabs him. Bill. Don't move. Then a spotlight flickers on. One single beam. Illuminating the floor. Illuminating. A single shoe. Luna's shoe. Covered in dirt. Will breaks. Will, sobbing. Where is she? Tobias laughs softly. Tobias. Closer than you think. Medium White Star Act 4, The Trap. Lights slam back on. A door behind them bursts open. Bill spins, ready to fight. And freezes. Because standing there is Luna. Or so it seems. Hair tangled. Clothes torn. Face bruised. Lips pale. Bill's breath catches. Electra whispers. Electra. Luna. Will stumbles toward her. But she lifts a shaking hand. Her voice cracks. Luna. Don't, come, closer. Will freezes, sobbing. Will. We found you, we found you. She looks terrified. Her eyes flick past them into the corridor. Luna. He's not done. Please, run. Something yanks her back into the room. Will screams. Will. No. Bill slams into the door, but it locks instantly. Metal shutters drop from the ceiling. The bunker shifts mechanically. Tobias's voice returns, calm as ever. Tobias. Round 2 begins. Medium White Star Act V. Tobias makes his move. The ceiling lights shift to red. A countdown begins on the wall. 2 o'clock. 1:59. 1:58. Electra gasps. Electra. What did you do? Tobias chuckles. Tobias. Nothing yet. But the room Luna is in? It's flooding. Bill slams his fist against the metal. Bill. I swear to God, if you hurt her. Tobias interrupts. Tobias. Oh, it's not me you should fear. The lights flicker. A second voice cuts through. Female. Cold. Heartbroken. Enraged. Hannah. Hannah, soft, deadly. It's me. Electra gasps. Bill turns white. Will's knees buckle. Through the intercom, Hannah continues. Hannah. Sister against sister. Father against fate. And you 3? You have 2 minutes to choose who lives. Bill roars. Bill. Hannah. Stop this. Hannah whispers. Hannah. No. You didn't stop Poppy. You didn't stop Justin. You didn't stop Sheila. Her voice cracks with broken pride. Hannah. Now you don't stop me. Tobias steps into view at the end of the hallway, a shadow with a gun drawn. Electra cries out. Will steps in front of Bill, shaking. Luna screams from behind the metal door. The countdown hits. 0:20. 0:19. 0:18. Bill whispers. Bill. Hold on, sweetheart. Hold on. Hannah whispers one last thing through the speaker. Hannah. Let the family war begin.